Welcome back to another episode of A Dude and His Watch. Today is a first for me. We're looking at a Tissot, and I've not had one before, but this is going to be part of the series I like to call watches from that dude that works with my wife. He keeps sending them to me. So here we go. Let's unbox this here. And boy, Jody from Just One More Watch was right. You get a lot with the packaging here. You want to look like you spent a lot of money on somebody, going ahead and buy them a Tissot. You got your pockets here for little things like warranty cards, instruction manuals. Got a pocket on that side, pocket on this side. And what I really liked was on the back here, you also get their little sort of storybook. Let's try not to beat this up too bad. Boy, that's tough. Here we go. There. So yeah, got a little product catalog with it there. This is the say like story of Tissot. So not bad. All in for this watch today. We're going to be looking at what's called the technical term. Ooh, let's get this off this pillow here. So the technical term is it's a watch, but this is, let me see here. Let me reference the old computer here. This is the Everytime Swissmatic is what this is. Okay, so let's take a look at that. Oh, real quickly here today, we're in the Noble. So here we go. Tissot Everyday Swissmatic. This is going to be a 40 millimeter diameter watch. So a little bit on the larger side for something more dressy. The thickness is pretty thin here. I believe it says it is like 11 millimeters, something like that. Let me double check here. Yeah, okay. 11.62. Looks like we have a signed crown with some knurling. Crown looks a little thin, but let's see here. Hacking, hand winding. Okay, there we go. Not too bad. All right. So that's that. I'll push that bad boy back in. There we go. And then I was trying to figure out the lug width on this. I thought it might be 20 millimeter, but no, it is solidly 21 millimeters. So it's got a bit of an odd lug width at that 21 millimeters. And I don't know what the lug to lug is. But if I had to venture a guess, I'm going to say probably anywhere from 46 to 49 just by looking at it. So it's got these kind of long, thin lugs on the sides. Let's take a look at that case side here. So here you can see, I don't really see any brushing going on. Everything looks like it's just kind of high polish. So if that's the deal, it's going to be a bit of a scratch magnet. So if you're more of a tool watch kind of guy, this may not be for you. The glass is sapphire. I don't think there's any anti-reflective coating because this thing is just struggling right here in the light. And it's got a little bit of a scratch right there, because I haven't been able to wipe that off. So if that's a scratch in the glass, I wonder what he did to do that. Anywho, so yeah, 40 millimeters, 21 millimeter lug width, 11.62 thick. And if you want to go swimming with it, I guess you could, because it's got 100 feet of water resistance, which is 30 meters. Probably better not to, because it is just a push-pull crown. Yeah, probably wouldn't swim in this, but you could at least get it wet. And you can tell this one's been worn. Just looking at the... God dang it. This mic sucks. Sorry, guys. All right. So looking at the band here. Yeah, it's got some wear on it. Here we got the back. You can see the movement. This kind of looks like, I don't think this is a Powermatic 80. This looks like something that's in a Swatch like System 51. So It's kind of a flat black dial, and not piano black. It's matte. The design itself kind of reminds me of Bauhaus a little bit. It's got that vibe to it. So yeah, it's more of a dress casual ish everyday type piece. But yeah, it looks pretty good. We got the stick indices and hands, and railroad minute track printed on the dial. So, you know, yeah, it's basically a Swiss watch. I looked up the prices on these. They're about 350, something like that. So, it'd be kind of a choice between this and maybe one of the Seiko 5s. I would lean towards the Seiko 5. Uh, the only Tissot that's really caught my eye has been the PRX. So, but anytime you purchase a watch, you're essentially making a compromise. There's no truly perfect watch. So, whether the trade offs have to do with price, size, materials, or, any number of other variables, they're there. With watches at the entry level end of the spectrum, these compromises can be a little bit traumatic, though. Do you want to make a nice dial or more reliable movement? Longer power reserve or a bit more movement finishing, right? So that's just going to be something you'll have to determine for yourself. What else here? What else? I mean, it's really just a basic three-hander with a date that you can wear with some khakis or dress pants if you wanted. Movement's not really decorated. Yeah, I don't think this is the Powermatic 80 because that looks a bit different from what I've seen. And I don't know anything about the accuracy on this. It's probably fairly reasonable. But yeah. Is it for me? No, it's not my style. It's definitely for someone. I'm excited about having a Tissot on the channel. I haven't had one before. I would definitely like to get myself a PRX at some point, whether to keep or review, I don't know. But here, at least the Rehot's not like super deep. It's a little more thin. You can see how it catches light, the little angles there. For me, and I normally like black dial watches, but the indices in this light, I'm kind of losing them a bit. So with my old eyes, the legibility is not super great. It does have a color match date wheel, so that's not going to stick out like a sore thumb. So it's got that going for it. It's not my watch, so I don't want to mess it up too much here. But I wish I could see it on some different straps. All I got is this is a 20 millimeter. So let's see here. See if that does us any good. Oh, and we're way down there now. So let's do that. Let's see here. I think it would look better with something that maybe had a little more taper. Because you can see how thick or how wide that strap is. You can kind of see it off to the side there. But yeah, maybe something with a little more taper, a little bit thicker. And that might be a little bit better situation there. I don't really know. I don't know. Hard to say. Like I said, it's not my watch. I haven't really worn it. I'm just kind of doing this review here. But maybe a little more contrast. Let's see if something like one of these little brown sort of racing style leather straps might not look too bad. That kind of colors it up a bit. And that is just black on black on black. But I also I'm more of a stainless steel sport watch kind of guy, so not too much into the dress watch space. But Yeah, at least this is on the thin side. You could probably do like a nylon strap, maybe a NATO. Let's put it on wrist and see what that looks like. Let's check that out. All right. Here, stare at this for a second. Stare at the Manta. There you go. Let's see here. Well, it's light, so it's got that going for it. Guy definitely wears it a lot. There's a lot of wear on the strap, but here we go. Again, I have a 7-inch wrist for your reference. That is the down the barrel shot, if you will. I gotta fix this mic. It keeps falling over. I apologize if it keeps banging. That's what's happening. Again, I'm not a professional with this. So, and it is a sign buckle. So we got that. I can see why it gets a lot of wear. I mean, it's very light. You don't feel it. So if you like that about a watch, this is going to be up your alley there. But yeah, man, it's, I think looking at this, I don't think I'd be able to do like a Bauhaus. I can't do those thin hands. Of course, I feel like I'm half blind at this point. But anyways, that is that. We're going to put that back in the box, get this back to the guy at work. Hopefully he likes this video. I like this one better than the Citizen. I'll say that. This one's more up my alley. But I would recommend, if you're going to do Tissot, I think the PRX or the Gentleman. If you like the round face, do the Gentleman. That'd be a nice little upgrade. And you can get those on the secondary market for right around what you'd pay for this new. And I think it'd probably have the better movement with the Powermatic 80. So, yeah, anyways. So this is going to be the Tissot Everytime Swissmatic. And you can see it says Swissmatic down there at the 6, Tissot 1853 at top, Swiss made. So if that's important for you, yeah, it could definitely use some anti-reflective coating. But yeah, it's just kind of a nice, vanilla, very white bread, nothing too exciting, but gets the job done kind of watch. I approve. All right. This is Dude and His Watch out. See you on the next one. Happy Super Bowl Sunday, y'all. Hope you all enjoy watching Bad Bunny as much as I'm going to. And we'll catch you in the next one.